Iowa Live.
From the Karl Chevrolet studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and it is time to head on up to Ankeny and say hello to Brett Moyer on this slightly warm day. Hey, Brett, how are you?
Hey, Lou, doing well.
Great. Now, it's slightly warm, but we have incredibly hot things going on at the Karl Auto Group, including tons of inventory on the ground and some bonuses that are available right now, too. Tell us about the bonuses.
Well, we've got $1,500 trade assistance on select double cabs and crew cabs, light duty. And right now, that's mostly what we have on the ground is the light duty, the half-ton trucks. But when you're talking about vehicles that we're getting on the ground yesterday alone, I think we got like 60 vehicles in. That's just one day. We didn't even have time to park.
60 different vehicles. Now, when you say you're getting inventory on a daily basis, you're not messing around. You really are getting inventory.
No, and it's serious. And of course, there's a number of those that were already spoken for, but still, we've got a lot of inventory to help people out with, and a lot more than any of the competition.
So that's what, how many trucks then? Is that like, what 8 trucks or more?
Oh, it'd be way more. It'd be
way more. Wow.
Yeah.
And, you know, all weekend long over at the Speedway, we were talking about the different Silverados that were available. And every time we talked about it, Brett, one particular one came in mind. Can you guess which one came in mind?
I would say you're probably talking about the 2.7.
That's exactly correct. And tell us about the deals on that.
There's so much to talk about there. You know, for one, that motor, you know, we've talked about in the past, the ability that it has to tow because of the torque and so on. So just on its own, it's really good. But then you talk about you can get financing on this vehicle for as low as 1.9 and up to $5,500 worth of rebates. So, you know, it's a great story all the way across.
Yeah, it really is a vehicle. You need to drive it. You're not going to believe how powerful that 4-cylinder engine is. It does not feel like a 4-cylinder engine. It really, really doesn't. But there was a lot of Ram truck fans out there, and you still have something going on for Ram fans.
Well, we do. And again, there are inventory in Marshalltown on the Dodge Ram is good. And you can receive 10% off on quite a few of the Ram trucks. And that's huge. You know, if you just off the top of your head, if you think about if it's a $60,000 truck, well, there's $6,000.
Yeah, right off the top like that. But also there's a lot of Ford fanatics out there. Huge deals on the Ford trucks.
Yeah, on the F-150s, we've got quite a few of them there in Story City. And we've got them, I would say, priced better than anybody in the market right now. And, you know, if you go online to karlfordsc.com, you can get the exact vehicles and the exact discounts and so on. And if you're in the market, now is definitely the time.
Now, are there vehicles, if somebody comes into any of your dealerships, can you get a vehicle today?
Absolutely.
Okay, that answers a lot of questions for a lot of people. Can you get a vehicle today? Absolutely. That is awesome. Now, speaking of vehicles, you know, you can work from any location for any other kind of vehicle. We've talked about that before. But let's also talk about the difference that the Karl Auto Group has when people are looking for pre-owned vehicles.
Well, Lou, there is an absolute difference. And that being, we don't take a shortcut when we get that vehicle ready for the lot. It's got to be to Karl standards. And if it's not, we'll take it to the sale and wholesale it because we don't retail that kind of vehicle to our customers. It's the best of the best is what we're talking about here.
And that's talking about your new cars, your pre-owned vehicles as well. How many pre-owns do we have on the ground, do you think?
I think right now, collectively, we're probably sitting right at 500.
Okay, and also I heard there's a little bike ride coming through town, you know, over in your neck of the woods, and you guys are very involved in that too.
Yeah, we are. Like Tony and I were talking earlier, him and his team are all volunteering today, and he's explaining to me, heck, a lot of this town's going to be closed down, but everybody needs to understand we will still be doing business
All right.
here.
And
So,
speaking of doing business, speaking of doing business in Ankeny, you're also going to be doing business in Atlantic now, too. Before we go, tell us the exciting news that's coming to Atlantic.
that's coming on September 1st, and we're excited about that. That's going to be another pre-owned dealership for us, and it's, we just keep moving a little west there, and it's just to take care of everybody in Iowa is our main plan.
All right. People want to get information about what we talked about here today and everything else that's going on with the Karl Auto Group. What's the easiest thing that they can do?
KarlAuto.com.
You know what, the thing that's really great about the bike ride going through Ankeny, if you take I-35 and exit at exit 90, you don't have to encounter any of the rag briars. You just get off the interstate and go right to Karl Chevrolet.
There you go. Let's do it.
Brett, thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, we'll talk to you next time. All right, folks, when we come back, we're going to go Stark Raving Madge. That's the band performing tonight at Zoo Brew. We'll tell you all about it when we come back.